I know, man, I was wasted. Had like 25 beers, man, it was crazy. I'll be right with you, Yeah, so what are you doing later? Hello? Hello? I had full bars. What the hell? Doesn't matter how many bars you have, play it. I turn it off with my nifty little cell phone jammer, and that's what we'll be talking about today here on Gadget Jeff TV.
Gadget Jeff.
BB. Well, hello there, guys and gals. Glad to see you back. Hope you had a good week. Today I get to show you one of my favorite gadgets, something very special to me. Now, this gadget technically is illegal to use, but I'm not using it. I'm just reviewing it. From how the law reads, it's illegal to sell or use, but not to own. Now, this gadget pretty much gives you power over everybody. Doesn't it bother you when you're standing in line and someone's just blah, 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 talking obnoxiously on their phone and you're forced to listen to them? Or you were really excited to see this movie, you're sitting in the theater, you just paid 20 bucks to get into the damn thing, and someone's on their brightly lit cell phones just texting away, lighting up the entire damn movie theater. Or like you're on a date, maybe out to dinner with some girl that you just met, and she's whipping out her cell phone every time there's a moment of little silence between the two of you, tweeting to God knows who. So if these things annoy you, you might want to do a little research and possibly buy a cell phone jammer. Now, these devices block or jam or disrupt the signal between the cell phone tower and the person's cell phone. In essence, jamming the signal so they don't have service, so they can't text, they can't make a phone call, they can't receive a phone call, nada. Sort of like if you're cruising down the road, driving, listening to your favorite radio station, you're about to go into a tunnel, then the static starts to get louder, a little bit louder as you get closer and closer, until it finally disrupts the entire signal upon entering the tunnel, and you can't hear a damn thing. It's kind of a lame example, but that's the only idea that really came to mind here, so. Although after jamming a person's cell phone, they don't hear static, they just hear silence. Just absolutely. Now, there's a wide variety of different power levels, different models you can buy depending on how much you want to spend. You want to spend $100 or you want to spend $10,000. Now, the higher the output, the more jamming distance it has, but it also decreases the battery life. Certain models like this one can even jam entire buildings like schools or jails or libraries, even malls. Even the military has been known to use big-time jammers for certain operations. Geez, look at that big mother. I want that one. Now, this model here retails for about $250. These things can be found at a variety of online retailers. Just a simple Google search for cell jammer pulls them right up. Now, this model has a jamming distance of about 70 feet, so you're not going to jam an entire mall or anything, but you can definitely wreak havoc on like a public bus or a movie theater or places that you need to get the job done. Now, I have to say, for the amount paid, the build quality is exceptional. A fully brushed stainless steel body, trick-looking air vents on the side, and even down to the screws, which are recessed into the body to create a smooth finish. You know, for a device that really has a limited market, they put a lot of attention to detail into this thing. Now, there's only 4 buttons on the thing, or actually 1 button and 4 switches. You got your power on and off button here. Now, these 4 switches allow you to select which band you'd like to jam. Now, the thing that most people notice when they look at this thing first are these antennas on the top. Now, each of these antennas is responsible for jamming a particular cell band. Now, the first little cute guy here is for CDMA carriers, and the second one here is for GSM carriers, and mostly in other countries, but there is GSM here in the United States. And then the bigger third one here is for 3G, 4G, LTE carriers. And this fourth one here, well, any guesses? It's for Wi-Fi. Yes, this model not only jams cell phones, but Wi-Fi networks as well. Imagine you're walking into your local little Starbucks there on the corner, and you know, you open the door, you walk in, you look around, and you're like, wow, everyone's in their cell phones or their laptops or their tablets. No one even looks up to see you. And as you're making your way through the crowd, you're looking around, you're realizing, God, heck, no one's talking to each other. Everyone's just kind of plugged in and tuned out. And no one's even engaging with their fellow man. Then you decide something has to be done. So you take action. And hidden in your pocket, you throw the switch. And almost instantaneously, you notice a change in the surroundings. People start looking up from their devices and looking around. A lot of these people will strike up conversations with people sitting next to them that they don't even know. Excuse me, do you have signal here? Because I'm not getting a signal. Now, even though the conversation's probably not going to progress too much beyond that topic, but you never know, it is your doing that connected those people together. You're like a savior, so to speak, forcing people out of their protective little bubbles that has so drastically changed since the invention of the internet and cell phones, where everyone's just plugged in, but not in the right way, you know what I mean? Now, from what I've read, quote unquote, If you have all 4 bands being jammed, you're gonna get less battery life than if you just had 1 band being jammed, where you get about 2 hours of life. Now, I mentioned this earlier, but these devices are against federal law to sell, operate, use, but not to own. Now, a little disclaimer here, I've actually never even turned this guy on. I don't even know if it works, but this is all stuff from what I've read. It looks like it would work. It looks pretty high tech. I actually just bought it for display purposes. See how it looks really nice over there? Now, some people buy plants for decorative reasons. I buy a stainless steel cell jammer. It's just my opinion on what looks good. Now, as it states right from the FCC website, we remind and warn consumers that it is a violation of federal law to use a cell jammer or similar devices that intentionally block, jam, or interfere with authorized radio communications such as cell phones, police radar, GPS, and Wi-Fi. Now, I don't know what the law is in other countries. I assume it's probably all about the same, but if you are interested in getting one of these things, I would do a little research so you're not pleasantly surprised when you get a little on the door. According to cell jammer forums, they actually have those. A lot of people say don't use them in one certain spot for an extended period of time because carriers can actually see when people lose service, and if there's like a perfectly round radius of people losing service, they're gonna look right in the middle of that and be like, what's going on here? Oh, excuse me. And you know, there's one other situation these would work well in. Let's say you're walking down the street and you see a pretty girl standing there at the crosswalk on her cell phone. You're like, man, I would approach her, but what would I say? And she's on a cell phone, I don't wanna be rude. Well, guys, you already know the answer if you got one of these boys. Take control of the situation and be confident. Step 1, disconnect her service. Step 2, wait for her reaction. Oh my God, like seriously? Like, oh my God, I just paid my bill. Oh. You kind of sly on in there all 007 like, then be like, crappy service, sweetie. Let me see it, I'll fix it for you, I'll hook you up. Then step 3, she gives you her cell phone. Then you do something special like you're magically somehow fixing it. Maybe rub it a certain way, massage it, blow on it, whatever. Better yet, blow on it while you're making eye contact with her. Then when she's not looking, just flip the switch in your pocket, turn the jammer off, bring her service back, give her phone back, be like, yeah, I got you. She will be blown right out of the park. And after that point, you're in. Her panties are gonna be coming off quicker than you can say, get them off. Some of you are probably like, that's crazy, ain't gonna happen. But crazier things have happened in life. Well, everyone, that sums it up for this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed the cell jammer, maybe learned something. I wanted to quickly thank all my current subscribers and all their kind words they posted about this channel. I'm excited to see where it's gonna go in the future. For all of you that aren't subscribed, come on in, feel free, there's plenty of room. If you have any questions about the cell jammer, leave them in the comments below. I reply to all the messages. And stay tuned for next week's episode where I'll be reviewing one heavy-duty laser. You literally have to wear safety glasses when you use this thing because even a reflection off the wall can permanently blind you. But this thing's like a real-life lightsaber. Have a good week, guys, and I'll see everyone soon. Peace!